What is good, everybody? Hope you guys are also keeping well. I'm good. Today, we will be reacting to a video called Top 10 Generals of All Time, according to Maths. So, this is just going to be a cool, interesting little video. I'm interested about what qualifies, what makes a top general, or what gets you there, what do these generals do to get there. Maybe try and understand what they did. Why is it so impressive? And ultimately we're gonna learn about some history in me in the process. So keen on that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Uh, let's do this.
Someone went and moneyballed military history. Ethan Arsht applied the principles of baseball sabermetrics to the performances of history's greatest generals'
Baseball
ability to win
sabermetrics.
battles, and he came up with a list of the 10 best generals of all time. The math is tricky, but the list is definitive. There are just a few caveats. Although an imperfect source, Arsht compiled Wikipedia data from 3,580 battles and 6,619 generals.
You used
He then
Wikipedia,
compiled
bro?
lists of key commanders, total
I'm
forces,
kidding.
and of course the outcome. The general's forces were categorized and his numerical advantage or disadvantage weighted to reflect tactical ability. The real power is ranking the general's war score, or wins above replacement. The more battles the commander fought and won, the more opportunities to raise their scores. But fighting fewer battles didn't necessarily help. There were some surprises in the model, like the apparent failures of generals like Robert E. Lee. For more modern generals like Patton, who didn't make the top 10, the relatively small number of battles commanded attributed to their absence. For more about Arsht's results, responses to criticism, and his findings, check out our website in the link below. Remember, this list has nothing to do with overall strategy, and it's all in good fun. So just take it easy, internet trolls. Okay,
You hear that,
let's get started.
trolls? Yeah? You hear that, trolls?
Number 10.
Chad's
Alexander
gonna
the
steal your
Great.
girl. Calm down.
Alexander was born in 356 BCE, and he would go on to create one of the largest empires in the ancient world. He earned his first victory in battle at the age of 16 and became the king of Macedonia at the age of 20. Alexander was a great strategist. In fact, he won every battle that he himself commanded. But since his life was cut short and he had only 9 battles from which to draw data, it leaves the model very little to work with. Still, the conqueror of the known world is ranked much higher than other leaders with similar numbers, including the Japanese shogun Tokugawa, German Field Marshal Earl
Tokugawa.
Rommel, and Confederate General J.E.B. Stuart. It should be noted that Alexander's per-battle war average is higher than anyone else's on this list. Number 9. Georgy Shukov. Georgy Konstantinovich
Shukov.
Shukov is perhaps the most acclaimed Soviet commander from World War
He's
II.
a Soviet
His
Union.
victory
You
at
must
the
understand. He's from the Soviet Union. We Rus people, we like drink vodka and shoot the AK-47 and have laugh with our beer. You know, he's over there. You see the beer over there? There. The beer over there. The brown beer. Over there.
Battle of Kursk, the
I love the
largest tank
Russians, by
battle
the
in
way.
history,
Coolest
is
people
remembered
ever.
as the turning point in the war against the Germans, and his assault against Berlin in 1945 hastened the end of the war. Shukov has only one more battle than Alexander, and his overall score barely squeaks by the Macedonian. Interestingly enough, his score is far, far above that of General Douglas MacArthur or Confederate Generals Jubal Early and John Bell Hood. That's what overcoming the odds does for your war score. Number 8.
So they're not
Frederick
gonna
the
like
Great.
explain.
Frederick II ruled Prussia, a powerful kingdom within
In
the
depth.
Germanic Empire
He's gonna
during
give us
the
like
18th
a.
century.
I guess this is
His
for the video,
military
but
prowess
I'd love to learn a bit
expanded
more
Prussian
about
lands,
these
and his
people.
political influence brought Prussia to the front of European affairs.
A
Ruling
little
for
bit
more
more.
than 40 years and commanding troops in some 14 battles across Europe earned the enlightened Prussian ruler the number 8 spot on this list. His per-battle average was also lower than Alexander's, but on the whole, he was just a better tactician.
You get ratioed.
Number 7. Ulysses S. Grant. Ulysses S. Grant led the Union Army to victory during the American Civil War and went
Okay.
on to serve as President of the United States from 1869 to 1877.
Sheesh.
Grant's performance commanding Union troops in 16 battles earned him the 7th spot on this list, as well as the U.S. presidency. Although his performance on the battlefield is clearly much better than those of his contemporaries, it should be noted that his Civil War arch-rival, Robert E. Lee, is so far below him on the list that he actually has a negative score. Number 6.
Doesn't mean nothing,
Hannibal
bro. That
Barca.
was an easy kill. That was an easy kill. It doesn't count. Nah, kid. So that other Ely guy was leading obviously the opposition, but they were easy to defeat. They had a shitty general. Does that have anything to say about the movement and the people they elect? Look at me trying to be political. Don't listen to me.
Hannibal is notoriously considered one of the greatest military strategists of all time, and the greatest enemy Rome ever faced. Born in 247 BCE, he was a general of ancient Carthage known for his conquest of Hispania, the Second Punic War, and the Roman Seleucid War. Hannibal, once captured by Scipio Africanus, is believed to have given his own ranking system to Scipio once the two started talking. His personal assessment wasn't far off from the truth. He listed Alexander the Great and himself as best, both of whom are in the top 10, even centuries later. Number 5. Khalid ibn al-Walid. Al-Walid was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad and one of the Islamic Empire's most capable military commanders. His leadership united Arabia under a single leader for the first time in history. He's known for commanding the forces of the Rashidun army under Muhammad and his successors of the Rashidun Caliphate. It's rumored that he fought in over 100 conflicts and skirmishes, but he's best remembered for 14 significant battles in which he remained undefeated against the Byzantine Empire and the Sassanid Persians, and helped spread Islam to the greater Middle East. Compared to others who fought similar numbers of battles, his score eclipses even Frederick the Great. Number 4.
I need to
Takeda's
learn about commanders.
Being
I
one of
don't
the
know
best
a lot of these
military
people.
minds in feudal Japan is really a big deal, because almost everyone seemed to be a military mind, and being better than someone else might mean you get challenged to a duel. After 18 battles, the Tiger of Kai
Why was
reigned
that?
supreme. In Japan,
How come China was so ahead on the military, or you know, why were they so inclined in that department? Anyone in the comments, please tell me. I would love to learn. I'd love to know.
anyway. During the 14th century, Takeda Singen was a prominent daimyo, or feudal lord, renowned for his military prowess and aggressive tactics in battle. His domestic policies, including systems of law, taxation, and administration, were later incorporated into the shogunate that would unite Japan. Number 3. Arthur Wellesley, 1st Duke of Wellington. Though he would become Prime Minister, Wellesley is best known for his military accolades. It's a pretty big deal to be the guy who delivered a solid defeat to the man they called Master of Europe. Napoleon's old nemesis, the Duke of Wellington commanded famous victories during the Napoleonic Wars, including the defeat of Bonaparte at Waterloo. Like Takeda Singen, his nearest challenger on this list, the Duke saw command of 18 battles, but his war score is considerably higher. Number 2. Julius Caesar. Before he declared himself dictator for life and found himself infamously murdered by all of his friends, Julius Caesar expanded the Roman Republic through conquests across modern Europe. Caesar didn't have command in as many battles as Singen or the Duke of Wellington, but his war score reflects a lot more risk and shrewdness in his battlefield tactics. But even Caesar couldn't top Alexander's per-battle war average. Number 1. Napoleon Bonaparte. Yes, you might have guessed by now, but the number 1 spot belongs to l'Empereur. Napoleon is so far ahead of the normal distribution curve created by the data for these 6,000 plus generals, it's not even close. After 43 battles, he has a war score of more than 16, which blows the competition away. There could be no question.
Yeah, we
The
don't
man responsible
know
for
the war
conquering
score
an
like that.
enormous expanse of Europe during the 19th century is the
Didn't
greatest
explain
tactical
it at the
general
beginning of
of
the
all
video.
time, and the math proves it. So, that's our list. Leave us a
Okay.
comment and let us know if anyone on here.
I would have loved to learn a bit more about each of these channels, but I guess what did I expect? It was a top 10 list, you know, so it was definitely going to be an overview. But it's so interesting to learn about these other generals that I had no idea about. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. like, subscribe, do all that nice stuff. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay? You heard me, right? The rest of your day, enjoy it, please.